We live. I'm about to give everybody like 1 minute to get in. That one didn't go in. It's fine though. So yeah, really we're just gonna be going over ways that you've improved over the past few months. I'm gonna give it like 30 more seconds. Give a few people some time to get in. Use the bounces around a few people. It's actually a lot better to be sitting here than sitting on his chair anyway. Undo all that work. Hips. All right, best. Let's get started. So today I'm here with David. So we're gonna go over a few things pertaining to how he's progressed, the mindset, and just things of the past. Like, all right, so we're gonna start off with what injuries, if any, have you had?
I haven't really had too many injuries ever in my life. Like, I'm not like injury prone, you know. I kind of just stop before I get injured, or I just, I don't know. I'm just cautious like that, you know. I'm very delicate with myself.
Okay. So, in your past training with other individuals, what has it been more like? Is it more external, internal? Like, how was that?
Yeah, in the past, it's been more of just reps, reps of just normal things that when people do, like pull-ups, push-ups, dips, jogging, very, very outer based.
Yeah.
It's more of, how it looks than how it feels.
Yeah. So it's more external. I've noticed a lot of individuals when they train, it's very external. They just want nice muscles. They want to look a certain way rather than feel a certain way. Not realizing that if you want to stay consistent, you need to feel a certain way. You know what I mean? Although you may not be motivated every day to do something, you still get up and do it because you see the goal. You know what I mean? From the inside out. A lot of people always ask me like, "Oh, how do you get abs and how you do stand at third?" And I always tell them how I eat, what I eat, and I don't eat perfect. I don't go any less than 70% eating healthy based off what I need personally. When it comes to you know, the other 30%, that could vary. It might be ice cream, but then that hurts my stomach, and it's like, why'd I eat that? So my body tells me over time as you start, leaning more toward the healthy way, and rather than just diving into it and starting a new diet, that's not really necessary. So, what do you feel? What do you feel is the number one thing that in this new training process? What do you feel has changed, or what's the most?
I feel like things that I've never done before, like certain holding my knees, doing intricate things that I normally neglect, like my wrists,
Like the joints and everything.
yeah, my hips. It's a lot of things that I've been neglecting that I haven't even realized that was there. That's keeping me functioning.
So yeah, let's talk about the hips. I remember we were saying before how you said before you didn't realize like how tight they were. You know what I mean? So especially with men, we don't realize how stiff our hips are. We don't. A lot of these stretches or movements, they seem, I guess, girly or whatever the case may be, and we're not really doing them. But nobody actually shows us how to do it, and the benefit of it. Or like, if you don't do this, this is gonna happen, or the why. You know what I mean? So when you can get the why, I personally feel that it makes everything, just puts the pieces together. Rather than me tell you go do this, and then you're gonna be like, well, I'm not even doing this. You know. So what do you feel when it comes to the hips? Like,
Yeah, it was very eye-opening, those hip exercises that you showed me, I didn't realize how much I was holding in there, or what was even going on in there, because I wasn't even paying attention to it until I was actually doing those movements and making the center of my body more flexible, paying attention to it, and I realized that it affected my emotion as well. Like, I realized certain things was just like coming up, just feelings, and like I kind of felt a little more relieved than before. Like I was like a lot of tension and stress was, I didn't even realize that was there until I was doing those exercises.
Okay, because one thing that we don't seem to realize is how great the body is at compensating. And then we'll slowly but surely get tighter and tighter over time, so we don't really recognize it. It's not like it happened in 1 week or 1 month. It happened over a period of years. So that when you go to do something, you're like, oh, I can't even do that. Or when we go to look at a kid, it's like, oh, I remember I used to move like that. And then, like I told somebody, because my one friend just turned 30, and I was like, he was like, yo, I'm starting to feel like, like I'm falling apart. And I was like, well, mind you, on average, we've been what was it? Sitting for about 8 hours, 7, 8 hours, and sleeping 7, 8 hours. And then that other 7, 8 hours, or maybe 9, whatever that you're doing, that is either you're tired from work, or you just want to sit and watch TV, or just pass time basically. Now that passing time is you sitting down longer, aside from work, not really moving. So we're very sedentary. And then that's just like the whole analogy with the garbage trucks. When there's when the garbage trucks don't pick up the garbage, what's going to happen to it? It's just going to spill all over the streets. That's the same thing with our lymphatic system. If we don't move, then we're going to be stagnant. Disease is going to build up. We're more susceptible to getting sick, and all the above. That's why when you see actually fit people, not just people that have abs, or not just people that have big muscles and all that stuff, they don't necessarily get sick too often. They're more resilient to a lot of things, especially just in life as well, because I look at working out and fitness, and that's what I aim to instill in people, as this is the test that you're going to have for the pop quizzes in life. Your car breakdown, you got to get to work, you got to feed your kids, you got to do this, that, and so there's so many things in life that we're not going to be ready for. So this is a great way to help test us, Yeah. So aside from that, what do you feel is the easiest thing to take away from, or the best thing, or just the most, or the key, I guess, taken away from just training, this new style of training?
The main thing is my feelings, being in tune with my body, every single part of it, not just my arms, not just my muscles or my chest, but not neglecting any part of my body, just getting everywhere, and feeling good about it, Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. That was a better answer than I would have gave. Because what we need to understand is it's all about the type of mindset you have, and where your emotions are, because we're all in different places in life. So we're all going to be in different states of emotion. So, and what we need to understand is that this whole fitness thing, it's not a get to this point and stop there. This is a lifelong situation. You're going to keep breathing, so you should keep working out. And it's not even just like, oh, you got to lift weights, or you need to do this, that. You could just do some mobility, work on your joints, your ligaments, and your tendons, work on the cars, the control articular rotations. Because when you work on that, now you can move better. Imagine you never lubricated a door hinge. You just let it go, start squeaking, whatever. Eventually, it's just not going to work. It's the same thing with us, but it's a lot more drastic. Excuse me. It's a lot more drastic for us in the aspect of building up disease, getting some sort of cancer, or just our organs not functioning properly. Like, just when your hips are tight, none of the organs here are functioning properly. So what we need to do is, slowly but surely open them up. You're not gonna just open up your hips in one day. That probably will lead you to the hospital. Everybody wants instant gratification. They want it right now, right now. But if it took you 20 years or even 30 years to get tight, just know that it's going to take you at least a year or two to really open yourself.
I know I'm exaggerating, but
No, yeah, but it
can't expect to undo what you've been doing your whole life.
Yeah, and on top of that, one of the big things that I feel that we didn't touch on was see how we're not sitting on a chair right now. You know what I mean? We're sitting either on the ball, and then whenever we do slouch, we remember. I know I especially remember my lower back starts to hurt, and I sit up tall. So little things like that, and just if we're going to work towards healing ourselves, then we need to regress on the things that are detrimental to ourselves. Sitting hours on end, thinking negative thoughts, just that in itself, the whole negativity situation,
Scarcity mindset.
Yes. Be more abundant.
Right.
So you
I
want to
think
think
it's a mindset. It's not. It's because we have access to everything. You can pretty much do anything. Like we've been harming ourselves for all this time. Even just sitting down is harming yourself.
Yeah. And it's crazy because we've been sitting since high chairs.
Word.
And we didn't have, our parents didn't know, and then on top of that, they probably weren't even, in the best of shape to be chasing us around when we was kids anyway. So it's like, we need to be more mindful of what we do on a daily basis to help the progress rather than to stagnate the progress. But I want to thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank you too.
I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Until next time, I'll see you later.
Peace.